I'm gonna do a quick little video. It's kind of like a follow-up to this whole 38 Spesh, Jadakiss, Fat Joe, this diss track basically. But I know I've seen a bit of a clip of his live performance. I think it would have been dope if it would have had a beat to it. But overall, he did his thing on that. I can't front on that. You know, I'm very surprised the amount of crowd that wasn't very as they wasn't as I don't know, I guess I don't know, enthusiastic. But then again, we live in a different time where not even not just the music, but even the club scenes and stuff like that are not the same. But that's a whole nother topic for another time in terms of audiences and everything, the crowd. But back to the topic at hand. You know, 38 Spesh, I noticed he called out Jim Jones mainly in that rhyme, in that whole diss track, even on the live stage performance of it. And this is something that Jim Jones got to answer to. You know, at the end of the day, you know, if you call out somebody when it come down to hip hop, and everybody as a hip hop connoisseur, even myself, and a spitter, knows that if somebody call you out, you got to go ahead and handle your business and pick up that pen. And I think the best way to solve this whole thing would be if heads respond back picking up the pen. When it comes down to the whole Fat Joe, I know Fat Joe is talking about you gonna get the militia and all of that, you know, or all that stuff. And then Jim Jones, he talk about the, you know, got his young boys or whatever. At the end of the day, I don't think it has to be that serious to that magnitude. I think heads is just really, I don't know if they pen game is a little lacking these days. I mean, I will say Jim Jones have improved. He stepped up his game, no doubt about that, over the years. You know, but I think when it comes to 38 Spesh, I think 38 Spesh is a different type of breed. He's like one of those kind of, what I see, one of those top-notch. He's a top-notch pen guy. You know what I mean? He basically, his pen is sharp. You know, he basically know how to really throw them darts and really call heads out. And you know, in terms of the whole thing with him, Jadakiss, you know, Brandon, you know, he gave him a bar. 38 Spesh decided to respond back with a bar too. And you know, and that's mainly it. I mean, it was just something, I don't know. You know, sometimes things always, you know, whatever reason, a little confusion amongst whatever. But whatever the case may be, this is definitely, I feel like in a way it could be, it's good exposure for him, but also for the most part, it's you know, for the most part, it's also, it could go two ways. It's good in a way because it gives his 38 Spesh, it gives his career a lot more exposure. This is definitely a good whether this was to do for clout or maybe this is what he genuinely feel. You know, who knows? I mean, either here or there. But I will say this definitely, in a way, it's a good look for his career. And the only problem is unfortunately that due to the politics of the industry, and this is something, and I'm not going front. He did make a point on this. Shout out to Unkasa. But due to the politics of the industry, there's the thing is that you could rub people the wrong way, and unfortunately, doors could get closed. It may offend some people. Um, Another thing also is that I feel like um, when it comes down, I think when it comes down to like hip hop in general, done had so much garbage music and stuff over the years, and even some trash music up to this day. That when anybody hear anything of any real lyricism, it's kind of like this is just what I observe. It's kind of like a lot of people are kind of numb to it, and they don't really care for it because right now we live in an era where the dumb stuff, the ignorant stuff, uh, all that matters. You know what I mean? And I think that's the problem with just the whole genre, culture in general, and just this era is that the real what made hip hop, what made it what's up. A lot of the intelligent aspect of it, I feel, and just strictly hip hop, just basic lyricism, just top-notch lyricism. I'm not gonna say basic, top-notch lyricism. I think that over the years is done a real decline, and due to like the way how the industry is these days, it's not like back in the days with the big record labels and everything. Used to have a lot of record labels back then. Nowadays, I think it's only probably about like it's only like a few record labels, probably like about like 5 records. Like, I think like anywhere from 3 to 5 record labels that own all these other sub record labels underneath them. The 360s, all these things, and I think that's another thing too. So I feel like that plays a part too, because they also not just help put out, they also help put out the music, and the music, a lot of it, is not of quality. So I think this with 38 Spesh is in a way, it's kind of getting heads back into getting into their bag, really step their pen game up, because a lot of rappers and stuff like that, they don't really have no real lyricism, and that's just the bottom line. I feel like a lot of rappers and stuff, especially nowadays, they don't even try to even put together something that's even worthy of listening to. And even not just that, and then the beat might be catchy for some of them, but a lot of it is just to me, it just basically is no real substance to it. And I think that's another thing, and I think that's what 38 Spesh is trying to do, is basically bring it back to where, okay, the rappers got to step y'all pen game up. All y'all cats from back in the days that had y'all shine and everything, we gonna see where y'all pen game is at, and he's just calling them out. And at the end of the day, if you're a so-called MC or whatever, you're supposed to step up to the plate, and that's just the bottom line. And that goes for Jim Jones. That goes for all of them. Fat Joe, everybody. I'm not too sure about Jadakiss. I know Jadakiss is certified, another certified top-notch. His pen game is crazy, that's no doubt about it. Shout out to Jadakiss, the whole D-Block, the locks, all of that. Well, should I say just the locks? Going further about, obviously has no, there's no more. I don't think so. This, D-Block, but shout out to the locks though. But it's just something where it's like now, basically has better step up their pen game. And if they can't do that, then just bow out gracefully. But other than that, I think that's the only thing that's gonna solve this whole thing. You know what I mean? It's gonna be the only thing that solve this whole thing is the whole lyricism factor. Got to get back in that bag. Gotta keep it, you know, and just for the most part, just keep it hip hop, you know. Um, I think the problem also is that you start getting into things of that nature of talk about young boys, militias, you know, all that stuff. Then it becomes a different kind of conversation. Um, People don't understand that, you know, this thing could get it could get a little out of hand, but hopefully it just stays on. Keep it hip hop all day, and that's it. But you know, shout out to 30 Spesh, shout out to Jadakiss, shout out to Fat Joe. Even though I may not agree with on certain things, but in terms of just somebody that's been around, been in hip hop for a long time. I remember the days of Flo Joe and all of that. Um, so I give him that. Everything else, and just shout out to all those guys. Really, you know what I mean? Shout out to all of them because at the end of the day, I think overall this is what the culture, the genre needs again, and heads better step their game up. But let me know what y'all think about this whole 38 Spesh, the the live. Y'all seen the live freestyle performance. Y'all heard listen to the freestyle this record. Let me know what y'all think about it. Definitely let me know. Like, subscribe, share. 82 Brooklyn 7 on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share. 82 Brooklyn 7 on YouTube. Let me know what y'all think about this whole topic. On that note, I'm Adi5. Like, subscribe, share. Definitely subscribe. Help get the numbers into the videos back into the algorithm some more. Basically, let me know what y'all think about this whole topic. And on that note, I'm Adi5. And once again, check out all my full videos, old, new, short clips, old, new, older lives. And I know I'm Adi5 again. Peace.